Hey, avid wrestling fans, ever reflected on the saga of that powerhouse collective in WWE, the Nexus? Today we're unveiling the post-Nexus chronicles, exploring the aftermath of the iconic yellow and black armbands and rebellious spirit that defined an era. What ensued after this chaotic chapter? Let's unravel the tales. First, there's the resilient underdog who faced expulsion from Nexus only to rise as a four-time WWE champion, turning setbacks into triumphs. Then, the robust force, and who can forget the enigmatic figure that shook Nexus from within. Now, a ubiquitous presence, seamlessly transitioning from the wrestling world to the realms of cinema and television. But it's not just about the well-known names. We'll delve into the journeys of other Nexus members, each crafting a unique path after the chaos. Whether embracing new movements or navigating indie realms, the Nexus legacy endures. Brace yourselves for a riveting journey through the wrestling landscape, a tapestry of triumphs, struggles, and everything in between. Now let's talk about Daniel Bryan, a guy who turned setbacks into triumphs. Imagine this. He started as a Nexus outcast, got kicked out, but that didn't stop him. Fast forward, and he's not just a WWE champion once, he's done it 4 times. Bryan's journey is like a wrestling fairy tale, showing us that even when you're down, you can bounce back stronger. And then there's Ryback, or as some knew him, Skip Sheffield. After leaving WWE, he didn't vanish. He ventured into podcasting and hit the indie wrestling scene worldwide. It's a story of bouncing back, of resilience. Ryback proved that there's life beyond the big wrestling stage, taking his energy and passion to new places. So, when you think of Daniel Bryan, think of triumph. Nexus journeys into unique chapters. Darren Young, the fun-loving party boy from South Beach, faced a bit of a bumpy road after Nexus. He kicked around the C-shows, did some time in NXT Redemption, and even formed the Primetime Players with Titus O'Neil. After leaving WWE in 2017, he took his skills to the indies, performing under his real name, Fred Rosser.
How easily he's so powerful. Just holding him with one arm, slinging him, tosses him like a rag doll.
And even became a brand ambassador for Headquarters Clothing. When you think of Skip Sheffield, now known by his real name, Ryback, think of resilience. These guys didn't just wrestle, they faced challenges head-on and showed us that the journey is just as important as the destination. Wrestling isn't just about what happens in the ring, it's about the stories these fighters bring to life. Top of form. While he may not have been in the spotlight as much as during his Nexus days, Ryback continued to make an impact. His journey was a mix of podcasting, global adventures, and wrestling in diverse environments. Throughout it all, he stayed true to his robust and energetic persona, making a mark in the wrestling world beyond the boundaries of WWE. And that's how Skip Sheffield, the powerhouse from Nexus, evolved into Ryback, navigating a unique and multifaceted path in the world of entertainment. Michael Tarver, the heavyweight roughneck, had an intimidating presence. Though his Nexus journey was cut short by a reported groin injury, he continued working on the indies and even dabbled in competitive powerlifting. Surprise twist, he's now into Christian hip-hop, releasing albums like Gold Help Us and Sheep in Wolves Clothing. And now, the unexpected twist: John Cena's involvement. It wasn't just about clean wins or losers. Cena's forced joining and subsequent betrayal forever altered the Nexus landscape, adding an unforeseen twist to their story. Wrestling, isn't it full of surprises? There were highs and lows for the aerodynamic South African Justin Gabriel. After capturing tag team titles, he faced setbacks, quit WWE frustrated in 2015, and embraced the world of Lucha Underground. He even had a rough patch, losing a finger in a base jumping accident in 2017. Gabriel embarked on a unique journey in the wrestling world. Following his Nexus days, he continued wrestling, showcasing his high-flying and acrobatic skills. Justin Gabriel ventured into various wrestling promotions, including a stint in Lucha Underground, where he embraced a different wrestling style. Have zoom into the present and catch up with some familiar faces. First up, Heath Slater, the lone survivor from the original Nexus. In the wrestling world, he's been carving out his own niche, facing challenges with that signature Heath Slater charm. From tag teams to solo endeavors, he's been keeping it real. Now talk about someone you might not associate with his past, Husky Harris. It's kind of hard to believe he was once part of the Nexus, right? But hold on, because here comes the plot twist: enter Bray Wyatt. So, Husky Harris, who was just a follower in the faction, decided to take a different path. He transformed into Bray Wyatt, the mysterious and cryptic character we know today. This transformation wasn't just a name change, it redefined his entire career. From being a Nexus member to becoming the Eater of Worlds. Hold on tight, because we've got more twists in the Nexus tale. The second version rolled in with new faces like Mason Ryan and the legendary CM Punk. Now imagine Punk taking the the lead. It was like a new era for the Nexus. Of course, though, every high is followed by a low. Heath Slater and Justin Gabriel decided to exit the group, shaking up the dynamics. It was like a roller coaster of alliances, who's in, who's out, and betrayals that kept us on the edge of our seats. CM Punk, known for his rebellious spirit, brought a different vibe to the Nexus. His leadership style was a game changer, steering the faction in unexpected directions. Punk dropping the pipe bomb on John Cena and WWE, leaving us all in shock. As the story unfolded, the Nexus faced its eventual disbandment. It wasn't just about in-ring action. It was a drama-filled ride of alliances forming and breaking, and the unexpected leadership change that left a lasting impact. So, when you think of the Nexus 2.0, think of it as a wild roller coaster, full of surprises, alliances, and a bit of chaos. Let's move towards the 11th member, David Otunga, the legal brain-turned-grappler. His journey is like a story of transitions and adaptation. After his Nexus days, he took on roles as a legal advisor and even graced the Andre the Giant Battle Royal at WrestleMania 30. Since then, he's been wearing different hats, from pre-show panelist to color commentator, showing us that versatility is the key in the ever-changing world of wrestling. So here's to Heath Slater's resilience, CM Punk being Punk, and David Otunga's journey of adapting to new challenges. The Nexus may be a thing of the past, but its members are still making waves in their own unique ways. Wrestling, where every chapter tells a story. Wade Barrett, the leader of Nexus, had an interesting journey after that wild time. After Nexus, he kept wrestling in WWE for a while, but things changed. He took on a new role as a commentator, talking about the matches on TV. Even though he wasn't in the spotlight as much as before, Wade Barrett remained connected to the wrestling scene, contributing his experience and knowledge. His fans continued to support him in this new chapter of his career, appreciating his versatility and dedication to the world of entertainment. And that's how Wade Barrett continued to make his mark beyond the Nexus era. Michael McGillicuddy ventured into various paths in the world of wrestling. While he didn't hit the same spotlight as Nexus days, he continued his journey. After leaving Nexus, he joined WWE and even won the Intercontinental Championship, showcasing his wrestling skills. He formed tag teams, one notably with Ryback, and together they were known as Rybacksil. They brought their unique flair to the tag team scene. Beyond WWE, Curtis Axel explored the independent wrestling circuit, performing in smaller promotions and engaging with a diverse audience. Unfortunately, his time with WWE eventually came to an end, but his contributions and versatility in the wrestling world were remembered by fans. As we wrap up this journey into the Nexus, remember, the legacy lives on through the diverse paths its members walked. Each story, from championship glory to unexpected detours, tells us that professional wrestling is like a wild roller coaster, unpredictable and full of surprises. So when you hear that iconic Nexus chant, it's not just a call from a faction, it's a reminder of the journey these wrestlers took. They faced triumphs and setbacks, alliances and betrayals, crafting a narrative that reflects the ever-changing landscape of professional wrestling. Thank you for joining us on this deep dive into the Nexus world. Wrestling isn't just about what happens in the ring, it's about the human stories behind those larger-than-life characters. Until next time, keep that wrestling spirit alive and let the echoes of the Nexus remind us that the journey is just as important as the destination in this captivating world of sports entertainment. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell for more updates. Stay tuned for more tales from the Squared Circle.